Imagine you trained your entire life for a marathon. You memorized the route. You studied the terrain. You built your strategy around every single turn. Now someone moves the finish line. Not slightly. Completely. That is what FIFA just did to every national team on the planet. And most coaches haven't figured it out yet. Here is what is actually happening. The 2026 World Cup will feature 48 teams instead of 32. Sounds exciting. It is not for the teams. Those 48 teams are split into 12 groups of 4. The top 2 from each group advance automatically. Then, and here is where it gets interesting, the 8 best third-place teams also advance. So you do not need to win your group. You do not even need to come second. You just need to be adequately mediocre. Welcome to the round of 32. A round that has never existed before in World Cup history. A round that will confuse broadcasters, confuse fans, and, most importantly, confuse teams. Same trophy. New maze. Now. Why does this break teams' brains specifically? Point 1. Strategy becomes a gamble. In the old 32-team format, every match in the group stage was binary. Win or suffer. Lose and your margin disappears. Coaches understood the math because the math was simple. Now? A team can lose one match, draw one match, and still qualify. That changes how coaches approach every single decision, from lineup selection to tactical risk-taking. Do you rest your striker in match 2 because third place might be enough? Do you gamble with a bold formation, knowing a draw keeps you safe? The answers are not obvious. And in a tournament, unclear answers cost you. Point 2. Opponents multiply. Preparation time does not. In 2022, a coach had to seriously prepare for a maximum of 6 opponents before the knockout rounds. In 2026, that number can be 7, with an extra round of 32 match inserted into the schedule. Scouts will be watching more games. Analysts will be building more databases. Coaches will be sleeping less. The workload doubles. The calendar does not expand to accommodate it. Point 3. Momentum becomes harder to build. Historically, great World Cup teams find their rhythm in the group stage. 3 matches, clear results, growing confidence. Now there is a 4th match inserted, the round of 32, before the round of 16. An additional result that can either consolidate momentum or shatter it entirely. More matches. More variables. More pressure points. The format did not get more exciting. It got more dangerous. Here is the detail that should concern every serious football person. Third place in a group is now a valid strategy. Think about that for a moment. A national team, representing an entire country, carrying a decade of qualification campaigns, can now arrive at a World Cup, deliberately avoid maximum effort in the group stage, finish third on purpose, and still advance. That is not a loophole. That is a door FIFA built, unlocked, and left wide open. Some coaches will walk through it. Some already have plans to. And when it happens, when a major team tactically manages their way to a third-place qualification, the reaction from fans will be spectacular. Spoiler, the fans will be furious. The coach will be correct. The 2026 World Cup is not harder because the competition improved. It is harder because the rules of the game, the invisible rules, the strategic ones, have been rewritten entirely. Every assumption your favorite team built their preparation on? Outdated. Every tactical blueprint from 2022? A rough draft. The teams that adapt will go deep. The teams that don't will go home confused, blaming the draw, blaming the referee, blaming everyone except the format that exposed them. The game has not changed. You have. You're welcome.